Good morning. It's me, Nisi. Did you know that Aristotle once said, "It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it"? I am here as an open-minded thinker to challenge the tightly controlled narrative of today's modern society. I believe, as well as many others, that we have been conditioned and controlled since birth to believe and accept certain narratives. As you follow me into a journey of understanding on our past history and ancient cultures, I will challenge your belief system. Far too long, I feel, far too long, we have based our understanding of events of the past and relied upon a small group of experts in their field and rarely choose to seek alternatives or question their theories. In my journey with you, this may be hard for some of you to accept, so I'm going to caution you now. But as I say that, doesn't change the simple fact or the plain truth that we've been lied to for a very long time about a great many things, my brothers and sisters. And believe me when I say the truth is far more amazing than the mundane and dogmatic version we've been taught since birth through indoctrination. One of the most significant deceptions revolves around the incorrect information that has been provided by many of the mainstream archaeologists about the true age and purpose of the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. We're told by many of the experts that the largest structures on the face of the earth were built to honor the great pharaohs of Egypt in burial, when in all actuality, none of the pharaohs were buried in the pyramids of Giza. In fact, they were buried about 400 miles south in the Valley of the Kings. So, about the truth, purpose of the pyramids, why are they trying to discredit people who speak up about this? And they call it pseudo-archaeology or pseudoscience theory. Why are they pushing this narrative? So, I say the question or the answer to that question would be fiercely guarded by powerful societies and a few individuals of great wealth who hide the true age of the pyramids and the sophistication of how they were built. I'm going to give you a few examples by name of some of the other ancient structures around the world, and then I'm going to link some videos that I would ask that each one of you watch, scrutinize, and come to the own conclusion yourself. All I ask is that you keep an open mind and throw out any of those preconceived notions and listen to these folks that I'm going to present to you in these videos that I'm going to link. There are giant megalithic structures all around the world in every continent, including here in the United States in the Grand Canyon. Now, for some of the other names of some of the ancient structures that I want to mention, more importantly, one that I really find intriguing is Sacsayhuamán in Peru, Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, and the Temple of Jupiter, and also the ancient city of Hermopolis in Baalbek, Lebanon. So, back to the ancient pyramids of Giza. It has been heavily disputed that these pyramids are much older than what the mainstream archaeologists state that they are. And we've been told, along with that narrative, that these pyramids are a certain age. We've been told that these structures were built by the dynastic pharaohs of the day. They are given credit to building these ancient structures when clearly, if you read the ancient text by Thoth the Atlantean in the Emerald Tablets, he explains why the structures were built, and he explains who built them. The tablets that explain this information predate or go back to 36,000 years, and they predate any of the religious texts that we find. So you have to ask yourself this question: why are they pushing this narrative? And if these tablets over here that you state you dated for this amount of time, but these pyramids are dated for X amount of time, they don't match up. And so when you question that, it's pseudo-archaeology. I say, if you do the investigation that I'm going to show you, you will find that these beautiful structures were built by a lost civilization who disappeared from Earth's history around the last ice age. When looking at these structures, they are positioned for the constellation of Orion, Leo, and Canis Major. It's fascinating to me when I learned this, that both the Great Pyramid and the Sphinx lines up perfectly to the star constellations during that time period from back then, thousands of years ago. So you have to question, you have to ask yourself, how did they know about the constellations? And how did they know about astrology and advanced mathematics and the precision cutting on these inside these pyramids, and the way they're positioned and the way they're aligned? All these sophisticated structures around the world, you have to kind of ask yourself, were they built by the same individuals, the same entities? And I say, as an ancient astronaut theorist, that yes, they are. So I'm gonna link some videos in the description box, and I want you guys to check it out, giving you some food for thought. And I want you to keep an open mind, because I am going to lead you not down a crazy, confusing rabbit hole, but I'm going to try to lay these events out to for each one of you to kind of get you to rationalize and see that this is what we're taught and this is what actually happened. So thank you very much for joining me this morning. Didn't want to be long-winded. I just wanted to bring this topic to the forefront of your minds. And I want you guys to check out the videos when you have time. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. And please remember, as I always say, be the change that you want to see all around this planet, because it is up to you and I to make a difference and to raise the vibration of our world. Bye.